There is senior intellectual Bruce Oburu of Bunge la Wananchi Kisumu. Now, I would want to broach elucidation onto the current political tandem in the country. First, we have to understand the persona we are talking about, Tingavorinya Alego, Raila Amolo Odinga, Raila Gimager Kiagui. One thing that we must remember about Raila, and do to us who are apologists of the Orange movement, is to follow the course of Raila. That is the most important thing that you can ever do as anyone who lived his life supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. Follow his course. It doesn't matter how many flowers you're going to take to Opoda. What matters is if you follow the course of Raila or not. Raila is a gentleman who stood with us, fought so hard in the streets. ODM is a product of liberation. ODM is a product of bloodshed, through which it splintered. We lost so many people for us to acquire many of the things that we give accolades to Raila Amolo Odinga. One of them is a new constitution. The other one is the freedom of rights. The other one, when we talk about devolution, and so many others. Today, we cannot bury our heads in the sand as ODM is being auctioned. Nobody, and I tell you, nobody will auction ODM. And if you so succeed in auctioning ODM, know that you can not auction the people of ODM. The supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga can never be auctioned. A political party as an entity can be auctioned, but not the people that Raila Amolo Odinga spent over 3 decades retooling, over 3 decades emancipating intellectually. We cannot allow that. It cannot happen. Look at just the recent rally that we had of ODM in Nairobi, graced by Oburu Odinga, the party leader currently. It was a speech without a humph. It was a speech that was very acrimonious, a speech that is too mercurial for a party as prestigious as ODM, Raila Amolo Odinga's party. There was no organization, and that is what we saw. We ask ourselves then, how can we package Oburu Odinga to be the best party leader? And I would suggest that Oburu Odinga be organized for town hall meetings. Given his age, Oburu Odinga needs an organized kind of an auditorium. People who are already geared to listen to him. Oburu Odinga needs people who can write for him a good speech. If he goes somewhere, he finds an organized town hall meeting. And then later on, we have the youthful leaders like Simba Arati, Babu Owino, Edwin Sifuna, Otsotsi, moving around in caravans, supporting the cause of ODM in rallies. But you do not subject an old octogenarian like Oburu Odinga to a hyped up crowd. And let me tell you something about the crowd that Raila Amolo Odinga used to draw to him. These people that support Raila Amolo Odinga, they want the message of revolution. They are abreast with the message of change. They want a fearless fighter. They do not want Oburu Odinga who will come and tell you, oh, we are orphans, we were left in broad-based. Raila Odinga said we stay in broad-based. Since when did you hear that Raila Amolo Odinga had a pre-election pact or a pre-election MOU with a sitting head of state? Raila Amolo Odinga did not support Moi for any re-election. And therefore there was no pre-election MOU. Raila Amolo Odinga was never in a pre-election MOU with Mwai Kibaki. And therefore he never supported Mwai Kibaki in 2007. He vied against him. Raila Amolo Odinga did not have a pre-election MOU with Uhuru Kenyatta for Uhuru Kenyatta to get a re-election post 2027, post 2027. Sorry, post 2017. Let us be very pragmatic about this. It would not have been the wish of Raila Amolo Odinga to sell off ODM party to William Ruto. For heaven's sake, is the competitor here. Oburu Odinga must be packaged now if at all we want to forge forward as ODM. And if at all we need to retain him as the ODM chair. But the saddest part of it is that we are breaking the very great fulcrums. We are breaking the branches that Raila Amolo Odinga had. If you want to know that Oburu Odinga is not effective, Oburu Odinga with Raila Amolo Odinga, Babu was there, Sifuna was there, Otsosi was there. What has happened that today's current party leader, Oburu, cannot accommodate all these dissenting voices? Raila knew them. Raila knew their skills. Raila knew that Sifuna is a man who can die with the party loyalty and the doctrines of the party. Raila Amolo Odinga knew the prowess of Babu Owino, his articulation, his power amongst the masses, and he knew how to stage him. But we cannot have a party leader who needs bootlickers every now and then. At this stage, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised. When Raila Amolo Odinga said right, we move right. When Raila said left, we move left. But with this kind of madness, with this kind of opium of the orange in Oburu Odinga, if he says right, we are going to move left. If he says left, we are going right. When people like Orengo Jim, Mayanga, a man who has made his name in this country, a liberator, a person who has fought so hard, when he comes down and gives us a wise counsel on how we need to trade with William Ruto, today we are being called Wapumbavu. I think that translates into a fool, right? Wapumbavu is a fool. You cannot call us a fool and then you expect us to auction ODM to. Who are you? It is not possible and it is not tenable. ODM that Raila Amolo Odinga left was not for the Luos. Raila Amolo Odinga left an outfit that is nationally recognized. We can therefore not dismiss all the concerns and the grievances of the Luyas, of the Maasais, of the Gusii Nation, of the coastal region. Raila said that when you do not see me around and you see the likes of Oparanya, of Joho, of Simba Aradi, then we are on course, whether I'm alive or not. Today we do not hear messages from such like people. So it is wrong. All we are saying is that ODM will smell the coffee in 2032. If we go to a pre-election deal today with William Ruto, ODM that used to stabilize the nation, we go to the first pre-election deal to re-elect a sitting president who was a previous competitor. Are we mad? That is madness. It's like we are ignomarious of whatever we are doing. We can't. So I wanna end it by saying that even in Christianity, nobody follows Jesus. We only follow the doings of Jesus. We follow the course of Jesus. We follow the courses of people. We do not follow individuals. Raila Amolo Odinga is gone. We have to follow his course. That was speaking truth to power, bringing change, bringing reforms, and having the revolutionary mindset. I thank you.